Hey guys, it's been a while since I've gotten on here and made one of my little talking videos, but the last video I made about my whole health journey was in terms of the quarantine 15, which I gained, and I've actually gotten some messages from people saying I see you working out all the time and almost like relapsing, being super healthy. But I just wanted to start off by saying that getting rid of these toxic thoughts surrounding body image and health and like rewiring the way my brain works, and a lot of you I'm sure can relate to, about being a little bit obsessive about healthy food and working out and just the way your body looks. It's a journey, not a destination. It's going to take me essentially for the rest of my life. I'm gonna have those thoughts, but it's a matter of kind of like in meditation where you notice your thoughts and be aware of them. I'll notice when I'm having a day where I may be anxious and I feel like, oh, I need to cut back. Like I ate a bunch of carbs yesterday. I need to cut back today to make up for it. Or not feeling like I deserve to have a treat if I feel like it. So just be patient with yourself and know that it's a process. So to update with all my hormones and everything I'm going through, I went off of birth control 3 months ago. And a little backstory with that, I've been on birth control since I was 16 years old. Initially, my periods were actually super heavy. So I went on it, I probably got a little bit sexually active at the time, but also it was mainly because my periods were like, I couldn't deal with them. So I went on that and never really thought about it. But after doing more research and realizing that this should have been regulating my period, but in turn, I obviously haven't gotten it for like a little bit over a year, which is a huge concern. So I just kind of want to get my body back to a baseline to see, okay, where am I at when I'm not pumping these synthetic hormones into my body? So now I've been off of it for about 3 months. And I was honestly pretty scared to do it because I know that it can affect your hair and your breast size and your mood and your libido and all these different things, your skin. But by working with the doctor who eased me into it, we actually put me on this. It's called OC Companion. So I started taking this. I think it helped a lot because I honestly haven't had any side effects from going off of it. And the main reason I needed to get off of it was because I'm going to be taking a hormone test called the Dutch test. And you need to have nothing in your system because it's obviously the point is to see your androgen hormones. And also, I'm going to cheat right now, but it looks like this. You get it in the mail and you literally follow this little schedule. You plan which day you're gonna do it. I'm gonna wait until tomorrow to do it because you have to not have had avocado or bananas for 48 hours, and I love both of those. But they come with, it's a package, it comes with these little vials. There's saliva strips, and also it includes pee strips. But it walks you through step by step. Upon waking, collect your saliva 30 minutes after waking. Don't floss, but do saliva, and then you do urine later on. It's the most advanced test for reproductive and adrenal hormones. These instructions will help you successfully collect 4 dried urine and 5 saliva samples during one day. While testing your stress hormones, we don't want to test itself to stress you out. Read the instructions carefully, and it really walks you through step by step. So I'm really excited to see what's going on in my body because I've honestly been really, really frustrated. Just everything in my life, I'm a very proactive person. So when I have an issue, I act on it and do what it takes to solve the problem. And this is one of those things that I feel like, ironically, by controlling my food, now this issue is controlling me, and I don't feel like I'm fully healthy. You can even just look at my hair, like it's growing, but I probably lost half, maybe 75% of my hair volume in the last couple years. Pretty crazy. Some of the other things we're doing to try to start my cycle back up again without having to get back on birth control, because what birth control is estrogen. So it should be monitoring your cycles, and a lot of women, it's common, will be on it and get a period, and then once they go off of it, you don't get it anymore. And sorry if I'm jumping around a lot, there's just a lot of different components to this, but I have been seed cycling, which means there's certain days in alignment with the moon cycles that you do sunflower seed meal, and then another half of the month you do pumpkin seed meal. And if you want more information on that, reach out to me. I can let you know because there's like little specifics. You can look up the different days and the cycles and stuff, but I'll just sprinkle whichever one of those I'm supposed to be having at that time on yogurt or oatmeal or a smoothie. And then there's also these 2 types of liquids. I don't really know what you call them. Quai, and this one that I can also link, that you also rotate these throughout the month and put it in droplets in water to try to naturally try to get your body to be ready to ovulate. Ironically, I'm wearing a red shirt, so that's so weird for you to say that. Anyways, another thing that was interesting is I got my blood drawn, and this was probably 4 months ago, and one of the things that showed up was that my iron was super low. And it makes sense because a lot of symptoms of being iron deficient are you get really tired and sluggish at night or a little later in the day, like 4 o'clock, I'd always just hit the wall no matter how much sleep I get. And then also your hair thins. So I was low in the storage protein for iron known as ferritin, and that's textbook for thinning hair. So I'm hoping that I've been now taking iron pills for a few months, and I'm hoping that that helps. So that's pretty much it. If you are going through any of these issues, like it's way more common than we think for women to have period issues and not get it and be irregular. And it's kind of funny because a lot of my girlfriends complain about their period and having cramps and it being annoying, but you know, when it's taken away, you don't realize how much you appreciated it. So if you have any questions about a hormone test, it also talks about melatonin in your system, and if you're having insomnia, it can give you a lot of answers about that. So like I said, I'm literally just going to do this test tomorrow and send it in and get my results in 2 weeks, and it's going to tell us so much about how I can naturally alter my hormones and get back to being super healthy and the best version of myself. Another thing I wanted to mention, if you are having issues with disordered eating and body dysmorphia and body image, which nowadays I feel like most of us do, whether you're a male or a female, number one that's helped me over the last few months is surrounding myself with people that don't reinforce these thoughts. Obviously, I have friends that are in the modeling industry, and even subconsciously they'll make comments like, oh, it's 3 o'clock and I haven't eaten yet today, or I'm not doing carbs today, or I'm doing a juice cleanse, whatever it may be, that for them may not mean anything, but to me it's almost like striking a wound, but now I'm aware of it and notice them. So maybe surround yourself with people that you can be with on a Friday night and they eat pizza and enjoy themselves, and you feel more free being in that environment and doing it with them, and it becomes second nature at some point. I also think just being patient with yourself and taking baby steps. I've been taking a lot more rest days, and I know that just based on my lifestyle and who I am and all the way my friends live, that it's not gonna happen overnight, and that's okay. Like I said, I still struggle with it daily, but you know what, it gets easier day by day. And I'm gonna start by, I have now been taking a rest day or 2 a week, which I wasn't doing that before, and incorporating more carbs into my diet, healthy carbs like sweet potatoes and brown rice, and you know, enjoying a little bit of unhealthy foods with friends and cooking for friends and having them over at my new place. So be patient with yourself, enjoy life, and know that it's a process and you're gonna get there, and what doesn't kill you makes you stronger. Not all that meets the eye is how someone truly feels. I've honestly been really struggling with this mentally, and I'll just distract myself and go about my day and be happy. And like obviously there's a lot more dire issues out there, and not that it's not a real health concern, but there's people that are very sick, and I'm lucky to be overall healthy, but this is something I'm going through, and I'm sure a lot of you can relate. It's not really talked about. I feel like I still have close to zero resources of women that are openly talking about birth control and how bad it can be for you and your period or a lack thereof. And let's just open the conversation about it. And hair thinning, I've been thinking about getting extensions, so if any of you know about hand-tied extensions, I kind of don't want to put a temporary fix on something that I want to just naturally get my hair back. Another thing is with being stressed, I've been taking this ashwagandha. It's a natural supplement. It supports optimal energy levels and helps you with your stress and mood. And I can link that one as well. This one's from Garden of Life. But yeah, you're not alone. If you're going through some of these issues and you want to talk and chat, let me know. I'm a very open book, and I hope that this positively impacts at least a few of you.